Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of The Outer Worlds. So to recap where we left off last time, we have finally gotten our ship off of the Emerald Vale planet, and we are now in space. We finished our first big dilemma in the game, and that was ultimately siding with Edgewater, and then we convinced Adelaide's crew in the botanical laboratory to return. And that all that really required was just getting Adelaide's trust, and of course, convincing Reed Thompson to leave his post as a Space's Choice company man. But it took 5 whole episodes to get through like what is essentially like the prologue of the game, and it's just a lot of fun. So without further ado, let's dive right back in, and right now we need to, little frame drop, we need to head over to Gladys and then chart a path to Groundbreaker? The Groundbreaker, which is like a independent orbital station in the remains of the Halcyon's first colony ship, captained by Junlei Tennyson and run by descendants of the original crew. We're gonna meet like a black market person to get like a landing pad to land on somewhere. Yeah, I'm a little bit fuzzy on like all the specifics, but this is where we're supposed to go. Space's Choice Travel Advisory. Welcome to the system map. Here you can see all of the planets in the system as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location that you have unlocked, though some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land there. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous, and all employees are encouraged to remain home or at work.
Arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Yeah, so we need to get like a landing keypad code to land somewhere else. But that's where we are.
Can we talk?
Yes, of course.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson?
What about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Drinking sapphire wine. Ooh, sapphire. Sapphic? I thought you said you could keep this boat in good repair. I trust you, but there's always room for improvement. Sure, we could head over to engineering now.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Break time's over. Party selection. I guess we'll bring both of them. Select up to 2 companions to accompany, so you can't have like a whole crew of 5. That's great. So plasma is good against creature, and then shock is good against. Good to know. Hello.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by. Don't mind the heat. Got a few days before it reaches critical. I'm sure Miss Chief Tennyson will get it sorted before then.
Got a few days before it reaches critical, huh?
By verity, by strength. What are we contemplating today?
We'll figure out his story in another time.
Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
You are. Okay, so we have the cleaning machine. Ask Ada about the SAM unit. Okay. You found a non-operational sanitation and maintenance automechanical on the Unreliable. If you can get it running again, it may prove useful. The Empty Man. So we need to find a security terminal on the Groundbreaker, and then drinking sapphire wine. Have Parvati meet with Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker's chief engineer. Sounds like the Groundbreaker has some issues of its own with its like core temperature reaching critical, so maybe Parvati and Tennyson can work together, and then we can gain some standing with this ship. So we'll head on over to Sapphire Wine first.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little Back Bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Sounds like there's a little issue here.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
I noticed you were in the middle of an argument earlier.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
It's almost like you wanted to get arrested.
Yeah, because I knocked my foreman out with a tossball stick. But, to be fair, I wasn't the one who started it. The guy was insulting my Rizzo's Rangers.
Rizzo's Rangers?
Look, if it's a crime to defend your favorite tossball team against slander and calumny, well then lock me right up.
Really? Okay. Slow down. What exactly did you do?
Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
So you defend the honor of your team.
Exactly. I was only doing what any self-respecting Rangers fan would have done. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a Back Bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Got any plans?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
It sure is. That's me, Captain of the Unreliable.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
Sounds like he's interested in maybe joining my crew now that he's just been fired. I never caught your name. I'm Penny. Well, I already know your name, Felix.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
See you around, Felix.
See you around, boss.
Hoo-hoo, boss. And this is a Mardette.
Just arrived? Head over to Customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Customs, alright.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
We can buy... Yes. 12.8 bits. I just bought 2. We're gonna buy all of your bypass shunts. This is awesome. I get to buy like, you know, restricted stuff. Oh, hell yes. I hope they restock these machines. That would be really cool. Increases attack speed. Ooh, I like that. And that was 800 bits, so kind of steep. Corporal Leonard Wheeler.
Identification, please.
My name's Penny. It's my first time here.
You've got a ship, but you've never visited Groundbreaker. You must have just dusted off from one of those dirt-side outposts.
Sure did. And now we're in space.
Yes, Parvati.
Well, welcome to Groundbreaker. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm about to ruin your day.
Really?
According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
How do I get this resolved?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Any idea why my ship was impounded?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way.
Okay.
I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Well, old Captain Alex Hawthorne must have been like a really like rogue guy, you know, like he's kind of like a chaotic fellow who names his ship that. Like, come on. Great, I'll go talk to him and straighten this out.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Sure.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Alright, picking up some, side quests. Her shipment?
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for
Oh, we have a
servers.
SAM unit.
I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Seems like there's some tension between the board and the Groundbreaker.
You noticed, huh?
It's hard to miss.
They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
It's a lot of power. I'm glad it terrifies them. The bastards keep pushing them. Well, this is a bit forceful. Yet the station's in a state of disrepair. You could make the board fix it. Why can't Groundbreaker and the board just work together?
This really must be your first time
It
here.
is.
There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that.
Sounds complicated.
Sounds like, yeah. But from where I sit, it's all coming through loud and clear. They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So
I really
far,
like how
anyway.
like your companions will actually like comment on stuff, so they're not just like totally passive like companions. That's really cool. All right, thanks for the info.
Sure thing. Be seeing you.
So I'm not going to exhaust all of my dialogue options with him, just because we already kind of know where we're going. Oh, hey, dude. Records, arrivals, departures, messages. Harassment. Hey, I landed like 15 minutes ago, and this crazy guy with no shoes on has been throwing shit at my rig. Like, actual shit. Can I open fire or what? From Wildcat. Okay. From GB Security, subject to these conditions. Dissatisfied user 70. This is a joke, right? I'm forwarding this around the station and no one thinks you're real. And if you are, welcome to Groundbreaker, asshole. Aren't fit for crisp pigs. You honestly expect me to share a berth with some junker flown by a freelancer? I am a company man, and I demand company accommodations. Auntie Cleo wouldn't give you such a withering glare if she saw how you treated her two-time employee of the month. Yes, that is me. You signed a social contract when you gave me clearance to land. I asked for what is mine by right. Room to breathe, a heated berth so I can walk around barefoot, and service with a smile. You've given me 1 out of 3. Oh, so this is the barefoot guy. I'll give you until I hit send to rectify this error. Alrighty, some drama going on. Private Lee Flores.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today?
I could use some work. Any pointers?
Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs, but you could try asking at Sublight Salvage. They got an office on the far end of the promenade deck. Anything else I can help you with, ma'am?
What can you tell me about Sublight Salvage?
They're run by Miss Hagen. Half the tramp captains and contractors in the system have worked for her. I ought to warn you straight off. Scuttlebutt says some of the jobs they do aren't exactly above board. Downright anti-business, if you catch my meaning.
I'll need you to explain that, please.
Let's say there's been times when I heard somebody needed a thing, and somebody else had such a thing, but they weren't inclined to sell. Now let's say the one who had the thing suddenly found theirs missing, and the one who needed got one. If anyone asks, Sublight says it got salvaged from an old wreck. Case closed.
Okay, stealing. So they're criminals, but they have an office on your promenade deck.
If anybody could prove them criminals, the board would have put their foot down a long time past. They always got, what do they call it? Deniability? Something gets nicked or someone turns up dead, Sublight says, hey, independent contractor, not our responsibility. But everyone knows what they're doing, top to bottom.
They're working against the Elysion board?
Against is a strong word. Let's say that if you need something the board ain't inclined to sell, you might look to Sublight to get it. You might pay Sublight a shitload of bits for it, but that money gets passed on to their contractors, so in the end, it's still business.
You must admit, there is a beauty to the order of it. Everything operates within the constraints of the grand plan, even organized crime.
I don't know about that.
People do what they gotta to get by.
Alright, that's enough.
Oh, sure, sorry. Gets a mite boring at this desk, you know. Then I get to chatting too much and Commandant Sonia's gotta reprimand me again and... Oops, doing it again. Sorry.
Oh, don't worry. Captain's real understanding.
Thank you.
Can't speak for the captain, but I'm used to listening to folks drone on about their pointless, depressing lives.
Awful generous of you, listening to me like this.
Alright, see you around. Parvati, how did you get over there? What are you doing over there? A quest objective requires you to enter a restricted area. If you're caught inside, you will be shot on sight. Using a disguise will prevent immediate hostilities.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
Parvati, come back.
Unless you're here to file an incident report
This is
or to
Commandant
inquire
Sanita.
about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering.
What bounties do you have available?
Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours old. The posting that is, not the
I
criminal.
imagined.
Allegations include several counts of flying under the influence, carrying open alcoholic containers, failure to pay docking fees, resisting arrest, and assaulting not one but 2 officers.
I can see why he's wanted dead or alive.
Dreadful, ain't it? Such blatant disregard for order. It's a real problem in the youth these days. It's true enough that he ain't particularly deadly, but the interest on each fine being compounded as they are means he'll be paying with his life insurance. Only way to cover it. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
I'll take the posting.
You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
Skip speed to you. That's really interesting, like their lingo in this game. So what's it like working security detail on a space station?
Do I look like your gossipy best friend?
You could be.
While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand?
Alright, yes ma'am. Well, alright, just trying to make conversation.
I'm not here for a chat. Now get moving before I see you moved.
Fair enough. I'll be on my way. Okay, Parvati's back on my side. Alright, so we've just picked up a shit ton of, like, companion quests. Passage to Anywhere. This is our main quest. Like, we're gonna take our time with this story just because, like, I'm really enjoying it. And hey, getting experience will allow me to level up even more. So, who goes there? Hunt down and kill Captain McRed. Solution vital. Dr. Wanda Dorset, one of the local doctors, been waiting on a shipment of medical automechanicals that has yet to arrive. So we're gonna go, who goes there for now? We're gonna do these side quests and then some of these companion and then a task. But McRed is actually on the ship.
The other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Whoa!
Distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Wow, look at this. This is like Rivet City from Fallout. Ad drone.
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
Smoking on the job. Alright. So McRed is further down there.
You learn to keep your eyes to yourself in my job. Nobody wants you looking close at their cargo.
Steve Dorr, that's like a position. Spacer's Choice. Market. Oh my god, that's terrifying.
I know she's in there, Mfuru. You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene.
What's going on?
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Mfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place.
What's this about your friend?
Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors.
Wait, you don't even like her, but you're checking on her?
You say that like it's weird.
That's just very noble of you.
It is most certainly not. And watch where you go saying that, okay? You're gonna give people the wrong idea. I just don't like to leave a debt unpaid, that's all.
Okay. Maybe I can look in on Jesse.
Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
And I'm guessing that is a restricted area.
Something I can help you with?
Mfuru? I'd like to see Jesse Doyle.
If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her.
Perception, the records say. Have you actually spoken to her yourself?
She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying.
Alright, see you around.
Take care.
Looks like I'd have to, like, sneak in. Steal right next to him. Alright, so this is like a bustling place with like a lot of stuff to do. This is an armory. McRed is at the top. Back bays. So he's close by.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king.
Maybe we can talk to him.
Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum,
Oh
yum.
god, he's got like the Joker smile
Time
going
to
on.
feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain.
I don't have a high enough persuade, that's locked, but I can try intimidating him. You're only getting out of this alive if you play nice.
Ooh, look at the courage on this one. Lay it on me, boss. Give me a taste of that fiery primal spirit.
There's a bounty on your head, I want to claim the reward.
Listen to the fire of those convictions. This one's hungry for justice. Alive or dead? Rare or medium? What's it gonna be? How do you want me cooked, bounty hunter?
Oh no, no need for violence. Give me your lighter and the bounty disappears. So I could, like, not kill him, but my persuade's not high enough. I forget. Let me go check. I'll be right back. Okay, so looks like they have some facilities here, so let's not be too hasty about this. So we'll come back to this when our persuasion is high enough. I think it's like a persuasion check of 40, which isn't too high. I think if we level up once or twice more, we'll be able to get it. Skills, persuasion. So we're at 30 right now. 37 actually, because of the gear out that I'm wearing bumps it up to 37. Let's see, inventory. Hack, stealth. Huh. No, I don't know where that extra number is coming from. Oh, Parvati is giving me an extra bonus. Interesting. Okay, so I would just need to get myself up to 33, and then she would buff me up to 40. Interesting. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so we will go from Who Goes There to Solution Vital. And she's in the sick bay. Oh, will you guys notice if I'm like right here?
Easy.
There is a guy dead in here. Auntie Cleo worker. My goodness. Warning, please follow all recommended safety protocols before maintaining or cleaning your unit. The ACSR F900 is equipped with anti-tampering subsystems, which trigger a self-defense mechanism in the food preparations apparatus. Self-defense supersedes any pacifistic function. Please also remember to deactivate and remove all slicing, dicing, blending, filleting, chopping, deboning, or tenderizing apparatus prior to opening any access panels. It is critical that a spray of blood obscures the rest of the manual. So it looks like this guy like tried to open up something and then got skewered.
Hearty greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen, a home-style consumable protein dispensary. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion.
You know there's a dead body in your kitchen.
This unit would clarify. There is a dead mechanic in the kitchen. User error in the maintenance of this unit's cutlery engaged several systems at once. The slicer, the grinder, the tenderizer.
Oh boy. Do you plan on cleaning up back there?
This unit is not designated for cleaning duties and cannot be compelled to accept another unit's responsibilities.
That sounds like a pretty nasty bug in your systems.
This unit behaves precisely as it was engineered. Neither this unit nor its corporate proprietor claim any responsibility for the mess.
All this morbid talk is making me hungry.
Beginning dispensing sequence. Please unblock all relevant facial protein ingestion tubes.
Are you gonna force feed me? Okay. Maybe we can fix this situation? I don't know. Auntie Cleo.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to
Phineas
the capture of
Wells.
noted
You know
terrorist
him.
Phineas
Go
Wells.
back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief Junlei's ship. You don't own shit here.
This is like a
Step
grace
back.
model.
I'm required by board bylaws to use excessive force.
The Mardettes would space you for trying, you waste of O2 scrubbers.
Yeah, O2 scrubbers.
Look, just get out of here before I tell your captain what you've been getting up to on the clock.
Ah, whatever. We got a date at the Lost Hope anyway.
Is this really what you want to be doing with your life, Marcy? Guarding stairs for that walking mustache Udon fucking Bedford? I gotta get off this detail.
Bedford is past these doors. And here is a terminal. Hack. Ooh. From Jay Tennyson. Anyone seen Private Taylor? Haven't seen him in days, and where are we on that toilet clog? If Chief Guiying taught me anything, it's that a crew's morale is proportional to the quality of their outhouse. You take away a crew's plumbing, you take away their privacy and dignity. So let's get that toilet fixed. To Wildcat Group's subject groundbreaker meetup. Even though it's been nigh on 20 years since our last meetup on Groundbreaker, I was hoping we could get the old gang back together. This is from Buchanan Kitty. I understand that things have changed. Some of us are long-range haulers, some of us have gone corporate, some of us are likely dead, and some of us are on Tartarus and not reading this message, but I haven't lost hope. No one responded to my last invite. I hope that means your schedules are full up with family gatherings and job opportunities. Stay free, freelancers. Oof, I know that feeling. When Fred's friends start to spread out, it's hard to like reconnect. This is from Iceman to Conveyors Collective. Conveyors writes, "Hi all. So I just got off the ice from a round trip to Dashkova, 2 years out, 2 years back. Imagine my surprise when we dethawed and Groundbreaker comms told us our docking was going to be delayed. 1 hour turned into 5, then days went by. In the end, we spent an entire goddamn week waiting for a berth on this law-fucked bolt bucket. And because we were kicking our heels all that time, none of us got paid. I don't know about you, but I got expenses, a family I don't see often enough, debt you wouldn't fucking believe, and even if I'm not working, I still gotta make my payments. Does that seem proper to you? Don't we conveyors have rights? We should do something about this. If you agree, leave a message here, and I'll respond when I get back from Gensan in 3 years. Iceman out." Public notices. Down on my luck. Hey, so here's my story. My ship limped into Groundbreaker in a rough state. We couldn't make the repair fees, the docking fees, the refueling, or the fees for not being able to pay our fees.
I didn't quite catch that. Could you please repeat it?
So something I was saying about fees, I think, activated the Siri on my phone. Okay. Or the fees not being able to pay our fees, so I'm kind of stuck here now. Then they took my ship away and sold it off as scrap. Now my credit is shot to hell and corporate freighters won't hire me on. I'm hoping someone with a bunk to spare and places to go is feeling charitable. Thanks for listening. This notice has been posted 56 times in 632 days. Wow. Looking for work. Urgently looking for a new crew to sign on with. I've been stuck in Halcyon for almost a year now. Don't know what's holding up my next posting. Never had to wait this long to get on another freighter. I'd planned to take one of the rare long hauls back to Earth, but I haven't been able to find any, and even the shorter skips to the inner worlds seem rarer than the outer world routes these days. If anyone has any information about upcoming work, please post it here. Ship impounded? This is a general notice about our impound policies. If the board impounded your ship, take it up with the board. The embassy is the gaudy building opposite Sublight's warehouse. Send them your quarters, outstanding fees, and hate mail. Especially hate mail. If Groundbreaker impounded you, pay your damn fees and don't bother my people. JT. Regarding the food situation, to those of you who have raised concerns about the quality of Groundbreaker's victuals, yes, I'm aware of the promenade stinks. Allow me to put the matter to rest. Our ancestors didn't rise from humble beginnings on a diet of spratwurst and vorst. But that's the reality of life up here. If you can salt it, can it, or zip it up into a pouch, then we're not picky about calling it food. Spaces make do what they have, and what we have is smelly meat, lots of salt, and 11 kinds of mustard, last time I counted. Try and enjoy it, JT. Alright, a shit ton of reading and not a lot of quest doing, so let's head over to Dr. Dorset, who is behind this wall. I will not get shot walking through here, will I? Hello.
Can't say I've seen you before.
Yeah, she's got my haircut.
I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait.
We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
Wheeler says your shipment won't be coming in soon.
He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate.
What do you need mechanicals for?
Surgery, mostly. Medical personnel are difficult to come by on Groundbreaker.
Who's Irion?
Our delivery man. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits.
I could try to find him.
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Alrighty. So that is off-world. We need to level up for this. So let's move on to Salvager in the Sky. Lilia Hagen. Sublight Salvage and Shipping. Her office is located on Groundbreaker's Promenade next to the Sproutverse vendor. So she's kind of like the illegal... She's like a fixer. And if you need something, she'll get it for you.
Their front looks surprisingly on the up and up.
Messages from Lily Hagen. Subject: don't run. We lost another contract to a UDL gunship. This is your daily reminder that legitimate business don't run from the authorities, and that is what we are. Stay calm. Present your papers. If you get tangled up in the courts, I will personally bail you out. Anyone see Hawthorne lately? I could use some reliable help. Hoo-hoo-hoo, Hawthorne. Fallbrook shipments. Unlike most of you sprats, Catherine is bringing Sublight a consistent income. From today until I say so, you're to treat her as an extension of my desk. Speaking of which, Tobias, order an extension for my desk. Fallbrook shipment. Purpleberry liquor lots. Spectrum vodka, even more than that. Erotica, generic. The locals aren't picky. Erotica, exotic, except for the ones who are. Space cake surprise. I don't know what this is, but it was on last month's order list, so either track some down or do your best in the kitchen. Black Hole. Holcomb signed Tossball poster. This week in salvage, my scanner says the Mardettes impounded a freelancer ship after the captain misbehaved. The crew dropped so many bits at Vera's place that they can't afford to lift the impound. Whoever gets my salvage rights gets to sit quietly in my office and watch professional work. One of ours had an altercation with one of theirs, lost another contractor, scrapped the ship, dedicated a tenth of the salvage to funeral expenses. I take care of my people. A little sprat told me that a crate of spoiled Sistapork ended up at the bottom of a Monarch Canyon. Let's see how much we can sell. Speaking of which, no one can eat at Ani Cleo's stall until I say so. Something in the kitchen's gone bad. Yeah. Next time one of us finds an abandoned ship and decommissions it, they had better dispatch a ground team to the debris field before the marauders have their turn. Just because we're salvagers doesn't mean we have to be scavengers. Cool. Let me talk to your boss lady.
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicar.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question? As always, I am at your disposal. Anything you'd like to discuss?
We'll talk about this later. Oh, we can send him back. I want you to wait for me on the ship. Oh. Hello?
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers.
Okay.
You the one flying the unreliable?
Look at this guy's face. Dude, what happened to you? That's right. Name's Captain Hawthorne. This might trigger something bad, because we're like lying. The name's Captain Penny.
Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door.
So you're a Sublight employee?
Sure am. few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
Alrighty, here we go. Got some nice firepower up here. Do I want to pick this in front of her? Could I do that? Is anyone... You're watching me. But is this considered like stealing?
What the? Thought I heard something.
Oh.
Maybe I should lay off the captain.
He turned around. Come in, guys.
I'm going.
Oh. Just gonna clean your shit out. Cigarette lighter. Dialogue skills +5. Let's see. Okay, so what does that put our... Persuasion is now up to 42. Protective clothing. Okay, so the numbers in parentheses are like the little buffs that we have. So we could talk to that delinquent guy. We'll probably just like wear this when we need to talk to people.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come.
Name's Penny, Captain of the Unreliable, which is definitely going to be like, wait a minute.
Charmed. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere.
I didn't kill him.
I didn't ask.
Okay.
I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings.
But we're unreliable.
But there's a catch.
Just like in the serials.
Okay, poor body.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested?
I don't have a nav key, but can I still take the job?
I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits.
I'll take it Sublight isn't strictly a salvage operation.
These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our interests into other sectors, where I can let my hair down.
What kinds of other sectors does Sublight pursue other than salvage and shipping?
Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal advisors tell me to phrase it. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it takes a polite conversation and a shot across the bow. You know, legal formalities.
So, intimidation. Sounds complicated but profitable.
Thank you. I work hard to keep it that way.
You're very honest about Sublight's criminal side.
Hey, careful with the C word around here. I like to keep things above board, and that kind of talk only makes trouble. Sublight occupies a legal blind spot. No one knows what we're licensed to do, and that gives our little business some freedom. But let's not tempt fate.
How organized is this business?
Very. I have this thing about numbers in spreadsheets. Grids in general. I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman in Halcyon, but I'll settle for being the most organized one.
Halcyon, yeah. Back to my other questions.
Ask. I have nothing to hide. Be seeing you. Make sure you aren't followed on your way out.
Okay, kind of ominous right there. Anything up here?
All I'm saying is, our lives are predestined upon a path that is only visible in retrospect. If I could have predicted my life path would lead to prison, and thus avoided it, wouldn't I have done so? And even if I had, it still would have been unavoidable. Like that time I warned you about the giant pile of Raptidon shit, and you stepped in it anyway. You see?
Interesting. You guys coming? Alrighty. So, looks like to do Salvager in the Sky, we do need to speak to Gladys. Everything goes back Gladys.
CNP Worst. It's not the worst unless it's worst.
And she's in this, office.
Ah, the board. Organized, efficient, competent. Well, mostly.
I think everything in here is worth more than I made in my whole life.
That's sad.
And other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection.
Hello.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Alex is dead.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
Did he have a crush on Alex? I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
Okay. What was your relationship with him?
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
I really wouldn't know, or we could lie.
Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
We could tell him about this and then make him, like, side with us for being honest. He died in an escape pod accident.
Oh, awful business that. But why? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details.
Again, I'm very sorry. Can we get back to the topic at hand?
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience.
Really?
However, before you go...
Was that easy?
Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Alex never mentioned Phineas Wells.
That's... Well, that's just terrible news. Lol, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
What's this about the board having your head?
It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's my white whale, I suppose.
I can't tell you where Wells is.
It's fine. Really, it's perfectly fine. I understand. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. I'd like to drown myself in work. Be my guest.
Can you get me to Stellar Bay?
Good law. Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
So, no?
No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably no.
No would have done it. You didn't have to crack open a thesaurus.
Best to be clear, I believe.
Does it seem hot in here to you?
Ugh. Law, but it's miserable. My underarms are damp. How can I be expected to work in these conditions? Chief Tennyson is supposedly looking into the cause, but I've seen no action from her. Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that.
What are those locked doors in the back?
A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use.
Does the chairman visit here often?
Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use.
Back to my other questions.
Ask away.
And I think we're done. I don't want to rat him out. I feel like we could, like, maybe rat him out right now. That would lead to, like, a drastic different, like, direction of the story. But I definitely don't even want to try that. Let's not jump into oblivion.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Can we rent an upstairs room? Ooh, this is dodge, defense, handguns, tech, sneak. Increases critical damage dealt, melee and defense skills. Interesting. Whoa, look at this. Hack, science, stealth. Interesting, but I'm looking for... Yes, these things. Thank you, I will take all of them. Silver tongue kit. Leadership skills plus 10 and dialogue skills, so we'll mend that onto our armor.
Move along.
So can we rent an upstairs room? Does that mean that this is like a hotel or something?
This is the simple truth. We are all molecular
Oh my god,
machines.
this guy's just gonna rant.
The body is a collection of atoms. The mind is a consequence of chemical reactions. Therefore, our lives are predestined along a path that is only visible in retrospect.
Oh, shut up, dude.
Life is fated and unstoppable.
I do not
I
want
don't know, Mr. Vicker. That seems like quite a leap.
to... Good on you, Parvati, for calling him out. What is even back here? Is there like a dead body? Where is this even going? Ooh, restricted area. Requires ID/Groundbreaker. Alright, let's not go there right now. Hello, Gladys.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Phineas sent me, he said you could sell me a nav key to Stellar Bay.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. and they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Pay 10,000 bits. Wow, that's really steep. I'd rather not pay for it outright. Tell me about this opportunity.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
No qualms here. Let's hear the details.
Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Why was Roseway abandoned?
Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around.
Say no more. I'm in.
You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
Abandoned outpost, corporate secrets, got it.
Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
Old Gladys. I think I like her. Let me see what you've got for sale. Well, actually, before that, what other jobs do you know about?
Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson.
Yes.
Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar.
Didn't we just talk about this?
Yes, dearie?
Okay.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
Purpleberry bunch.
Here, take a candy with you.
Oh, thank you. Gladys is so nice. Oh god, we can't pick this in front of her. Yeah.
Doing?
Ooh. I was just leaving.
Go on, before I change my mind.
Yep, so you obviously can't do this in front of them, so that makes me think, like, how do we get to this? Like, do we put on an outfit in this area? Ooh, hoo, hoo, but we can come in here.
Sure.
Come on, guys, get inside. Requires rest and go keycard to unlock. Oh boy. Rest and go keycard, whatever that is. Automag pistol. Handgun. Adreno necklace. Wow, tons of stuff in here. So whatever the rest and go key card is, we'll look for it.
It's Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. And now for a special word from...
Huh, okay. Let's see, we're going to meet up with Junlei. Definitely picking up a lot of quests. This is really fun. She's gonna be fretting in engineering. Also, what are we gonna do about this dead body? Like, I hope we can find like another quest to like get this sorted out, because like I don't think I can finish it with just talking to Greasy over here. Open sesame.
Are those XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant?
Anything for you, Parvati. So this is Junlei. Okay, she looks Asian.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
Okay.
Spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
Alrighty, so we are over the hour mark. So this is an excellent place to take a break. But we also are right in front of Junlei, so in the next episode we're going to dive right back in and talk to her and then move the story forward. A lot of things are pointing to Junlei right now. I think 2 or more quests. Making really good progress so far, but before we sign off, let us definitely include our tech. Or dialogue, right. Well, actually, we're already above it, so let's revert. We don't need to put more into dialogue for now. Stealth would be interesting. Sneak. Pickpocket. Steal from humans while sneaking. That's interesting. So now I'm competent in that skill. Lockpick. See what's locked inside locked containers. That might be interesting. But I need 60 for that. So, competent, hostile, blah blah blah, tinkering, competent. Let's do defense. I haven't really upgraded defense in a while. Let's not forget about that. Ranged. Okay, that's good. Then perks. Ooh, got one more. Tier 2 requires 5 previous perks, so 50% XP from companion kills. When alone in a party, fast travel when encumbered, recharge rate, walk speed. Consumable and general stock on vendors. Companion crit chance. Yeah, sure. Okay, so that's 4 perks. If we get one more, then we can move on to tier 2. And my god, a lot of quests. Kind of intimidating, but I'm having a lot of fun, so it's great. Alrighty, that's it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next episode of The Outer Worlds. Until then.
Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model?